no infrastructure unless you are a mad person. You cannot say you shrink on infrastructure and you want to grow your economy. You cannot move. The fact that you can't move easily goods and services from one point to another. So let us try as much as possible to get the potential the SGR was supposed to give by finishing the plan. And finishing the plan is to get it to Kampala and all the way to Kigali. So the deal to make sure that at least we can reach Malaba is a good deal, because we are opening up, and I can tell you it will increase in terms of our GDP, and from there we can be able to manage our debt. Okay. So
mega infrastructure sounds very good. The dueling of the Rironi-Mau Summit Road all the way to Eldoret. It looks and sound very good. It does sound very good, but at what cost?
It doesn't sound very good. The only way you can grow an economy is through infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. If you look at EU, even air infrastructure, they've opened their borders, and it is cheaper to travel around Europe. If you look at Europe, you can travel from London to Paris, to Warsaw, and even to Kremlin on rail transport. There is a very elaborate rail system, and which has been maintained over the years. Those of us who have traveled to the UK, to Europe, it is even more expensive to use train, and it's very effective. And therefore, for Africa, this China-Africa cooperation, and in terms of infrastructure, is major. It's not about the individual countries. And if you look at the standard gauge railway infrastructure, it was not meant for Kenya alone. Kenya have implemented it halfway, and they have to implement it fully up to the borders. Uganda will have to pick it, and you've seen Ugandan government commitment on the standard gauge railway, and the rest of the countries. This is a wider Africa Trans-African Infrastructure Network. It's part of opening the continent of Africa. And you remember, in this Chinese trip, it is the President and Right Honorable Raila Odinga who have visited China. And Raila Odinga was going to give a keynote address on infrastructure, having been the High Representative of AU on infrastructure, because there is infrastructure about the rail, there is infrastructure about the roads, so that then the Rironi-Mau Summit dualing. It is not dualing for the beauty of the people of Kenya. It is going to be the Trans-African Highway. It will be dualed going into the future through to Uganda, all through up to Lagos. If we are talking about a borderless continent, and when you open it and make it borderless, it cannot be functional without infrastructure, so that people can move, goods can move, and Kenyans can move all the way to Lagos by rail,